Moist Fish Stick, thank you very much for the pink super chat. Some of us thinking of going to a butler cafe around fest time. Any recommendations or tips? Ones we're not gonna see you at? There's not, let me just say, there's not that many butler cafes in Tokyo. There's not that many varieties, so, you know, there is a pretty decent chance that you might go to the one that I've been to in the past. There's not that many out there. In fact, I can only think of like one butler cafe. Wait, is there even more? The well-known one. It's fun. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. It's fun. If you, I don't know if you can sign up for an English now. You used to be able to. You used to be able to like sign up before and be like, yeah, I need an English-speaking butler or something, and they would bring a English-speaking butler. But last time I signed up, it didn't seem like they had like a section to say that you needed an English-speaking butler. Maybe there's like a comment section, be like, hey, I would like a butler that can speak some English, and then they will do their best, you know? And yeah, just don't eat the scones like a sandwich. Unless you want the butler to like scold you. Though, if you have any friend, if you know some Japanese and are willing to, you know, have them speak Japanese to you, I would say that you would probably have a more fun, immersive experience if you went with Japanese, the Japanese language service. Because since the butlers, obviously I don't think they have like a full-on bilingual butler, they'd be able to, you know, role play more in Japanese. It's the authentic Japanese anime butler experience, you know? And they're more in their element, yeah. I think I did go once with an English-speaking butler once. Like they brought over an English-speaking butler because they thought that I couldn't speak Japanese or something. And yeah, it was, you know, I could tell they were doing their best. But I was just like, "Nihongo de okay" って感じ. But that's because I know Japanese. But if you're willing to, you know, their menu has some English in it, if I'm not mistaken. If you can understand some Japanese and are willing to not understand every single word they say, I would recommend for the weeb experience to have them just speak Japanese to you. Or if you have a friend in the group that can speak Japanese, you can have them, you know, be around to talk to the butler. If you have a Japanese-speaking friend, they can talk to the butler for you, so you don't have to worry about like answering to them in Japanese and whatnot. Friend, please give subtitles. Exactly, you know? That'd be the best experience. I don't know, though. I know that, you know, a lot of tourists tend to go there, so maybe they do have a very, very good English butler now. I don't know. Can you hire a Japanese-speaking friend by the hour? You know? I remember this was like on the news, or like it was trending at a certain point that there's this dude in Japan that you can hire to just like be there. There's this dude, he basically just rents himself out so you can, like, if you don't want to go somewhere alone, you can rent this dude out to just be there. He's just gonna be there. Like, he doesn't do anything. He's just there. Not necessarily, he doesn't act like your friend, he doesn't act like anything else, he's just there. Sure, you can have some conversation with him, but he's just there. In case, if you ever want to go somewhere where you just don't have anyone to go with, and you just want some sort of company, just someone next to you, you can rent this dude. I remember he was really popular apparently because it's such a unique service. Yeah, you can like rent an NPC. It's pretty much that. You rent this NPC dude. And that's what he does for a living now. He's like, yeah, you know, and he's like I remember it was so popular. Like, it was on the news and everything that at a certain point he was like so popular, like he was booked for like months. He's just there. No, it's not like one person booked him for months. No, it's just, you know, he was fully booked. And yeah, you don't hire them to talk, you just hire them to be there. So if you want to go to a restaurant and you don't want to go for some, it's like a restaurant that you don't, or a ramen place or somewhere that you don't want to go alone or something. I don't know, some people are self-conscious about that. I can totally just walk in anywhere and just eat a yakiniku. I mean, I always love going yakiniku alone because you have the whole pan to yourself. But anyways, yeah, like, if you're self-conscious about that, you can just have him come. You have to pay for his food though. You have to pay for his food, and he'll just eat in front of you while you're eating. And you're like, yay, I have someone with me. あ、焼肉ライクいいよね。行ったことないけどね、焼肉ライク。アイリスは結構ね、普通の焼肉屋でに行っちゃうから。全然ね、一人でもね、カウンター席とかあるから。結構いろんなお店で。焼肉ライクもね、行ってみたいんだよね、いつか。I remember there was a certain point when the Butler Cafe was like so booked for like months. It was really hard to get like a reservation. I think recently it's settled down to a point where if you check the site and you could probably book a day for like a week or two in advance. Is the butler uniform like anime? Yeah, they dress like butlers. They dress like butlers. Yeah, they do. I mean, it's part of the name of the cafe, so... I would recommend, if you can, to go and during a season when you're still wearing coats. If you're wearing a coat, they will take it off for you. And I still remember, oh my god, I still remember when I went with my sister during the winter. They take off their coat, like when you have to leave. Oh yeah, when you leave, when they kick you out, they put on the coat for you, and then they take you in front of a mirror. I don't know. They didn't do this. They didn't do this the last time I went, but when I went with my sister, and this was with English butler, or at least English doorman. There was an English doorman butler. They take you in front of a mirror, a full mirror, and they ask you, "Are you perfect?" In English. They were like, "Are you perfect?" And you're like, "Yes," and then they let you leave. I think what they mean is, 準備できましたか? Like, 整いましたか? Like, have you prepared to leave? Do you look okay? As I think what they mean. But they ask in English, "Are you perfect?" And you're like, "Yes, I'm perfect." And you leave. They take you in front of a mirror and ask you that. I thought, me and my sister found that is extremely hilarious. Man, I wish they did that with me and Crony. It didn't happen, but maybe they don't do that anymore. But it was a while ago, but it was great. That was a great moment. And I'll never forget. Your lips would have quivered so hard. Apparently they were already quivering for most of the experience, so if he does that to you, what would you try? I mean, there's nothing much you can say. You'd be like, "Yes. Hi." はいって言って、恥ずかしながらはいって言って、とりあえず出ていくね。I mean, what else can you say? They ask you, "Are you perfect?" and you say no. I wonder what they would do. Yeah. そんなにジロジロ見ないでお兄ちゃん。気持ち悪い。